Welcome to the Tuckcast with a splash of bourbon, presented by Tuckasegee Fly Shop with locations in Bryson City and Sylva, North Carolina. Be sure to follow the crew on Facebook at Tuckasegee Fly Shop, Instagram at Tuck Fly Shop, and YouTube at Tuckasegee Fly Shop for the latest information and instructional videos. Be sure to visit tuckflyshop.com for all things fly fishing in Western North Carolina and beyond. Remember, the online store is always open. Here in our Sylva studios today, we have Coach Del Diesel Collins, Bobby, the Bearded Wonder Bennett, and I'm your host, Shannon Big Mess Messer. Thanks for listening to the Tuckcast with a splash of bourbon, and let's get into today's crazy episode and see what kind of shenanigans the crew gets into.
Welcome back.
Ho, ho, ho. You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
Hey, did y'all hear about them people that cook the elf on a shelf?
No, actually, I have not.
They had 3 of them.
Yeah?
And they hid them in the oven.
Oh, no.
And then they cooked them.
Came back the next day and forgot they were in the oven.
Oh,
preheated.
No.
It looked like a murder scene.
Oh, I could imagine.
It really looked creepy.
I really am not surprised at that one there, you know. A little bit of that action going on. They had to explain to the kids what happened? Or did they catch it? I've never had an elf on the shelf.
Me either.
No.
You know?
Y'all didn't have them for your kids?
Never had them.
Madeline said something about it the other day, but I was just like, nah, dogs would tear that thing up.
Oh, when did that whole thing start?
I don't even know.
Obama. Yeah, I mean, that's when it started. It was under Obama.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I did. Yeah.
Let me Google it while y'all talk amongst yourselves.
Obama. No way. Are you serious?
Hey, so we got
Are you serious,
2
Clark?
spots left in the
Yes.
Norwood.
There we go. Let's just go ahead and go into. Yeah, we got 2 spots. Yeah.
2 spots left in the Norvice boot camp. So that thing is filling up. So, and we're gonna make sure we're doing everything we need to do for social distancing with that. But give us a call. Check out the website. Check out our blog. Got a little blurb on there about it. And yeah, it should be a pretty awesome event.
It will be a pretty awesome event. The response has been overwhelming. This thing has been put together, just got out there in a week, and it is almost fully booked. So if you are thinking about it, don't think no more. Just go to tuckflyshop.com under the is it under the booking tab?
There's info on the blog, but if you go to the book, like you're going to go book a trip, book a guide, I think is the name of the button.
Yes.
Then you can see some more details about it. And I had one guy message us on Facebook the other evening asking about it, and he wasn't, he's going to talk it over with the wife. I was like, bring the wife.
Yes.
Because that includes your room.
Yep.
So you certainly have room for your spouse to come. There's plenty to do in Sylva and the surrounding areas, whether it's some day hikes or waterfall viewing, or bring them and learn some time with you.
Yes, absolutely. It's very, very, very good time. A lot of good information will be done for sure. I think the value for what you get for this right here is astronomical, and it's going to be a great time in a beautiful location, and it's coming together quite nicely.
Who would have thunk it?
Who'd have thunk?
You?
Every now and then, I've got one.
Yeah, every now and
So
then.
I thunk it up.
You
Elf on the Shelf was started as a book,
Yeah, a children's book.
children's picture book in 2005.
05.
Oh, Bush.
That's,
When did they start making the elves?
Oh, I don't know. That's a lot of reading to get to that part. I don't know. That's not
Oh,
important.
here we go. When did it become popular?
There you go.
2005.
probably when they started selling them at
Elf on the
Barnes and
Shelf
Noble.
has had a yearly growth of 149%.
We got to come up with something.
It's like Polar Express all over again.
Jeezy peasy.
We have got to come up with something. Wow.
Pretty
Wow.
good.
Yeah.
You'd never thunk it.
Elf on the Shelf.
Well, happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Shannon's got his cool suit on.
You know it, man.
If you go watch this on YouTube, you can see his cool suit.
That's right. Absolutely.
You might have saw it on Facebook today, too.
That's right. I am this cute every day, just so you folks know that.
That thing is
It's
fancy.
the best elfin suit I've ever seen.
I
You
got to
know it.
get me one of those, the white sweater with the dicky under it. What's his name?
Oh,
There's
yeah.
that thing.
That's right, man.
Cousin Eddie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I've
need to
looked
get
at
that.
those.
Yeah.
You can pick them up. Yeah, they vary in price points, but he's got that Dickie in there, and
We'll let Dale wear the Speedo that he's wearing on the swimming pool diving board.
ooh, Malaka,
Might be a little more comfortable right now.
Oh man,
It's good
Yeah.
support in those. Great support.
Say that from experience.
Little full,
I was kind of
great support.
remember he's wearing that. He's got on those blue leisure suit pants, and he's got on those white shoes, and he's walking through, and he's obviously tearing everything up in that den area, and he's talking about the kid and like the yak lady being a pretty good cook and all that stuff, at the circus, and drinking that eggnog.
It's good stuff.
He's
man.
got that little old eggnog, like a little moose cup.
So this is gonna be our last one of the year, right?
Yeah.
Last episode
Yeah.
of the year.
And then when we come back, it'll be our 1 year
Anniversary.
Yep.
on
It
the
will.
Tuckcast.
It will.
1
Absolutely.
year anniversary.
It's been a year. It's just been an interesting year.
That
so.
article on the Elf on the Shelf is that freaking.
I know that's
long.
what I said. It's a lot of reading.
That what a waste of internet. There's a lot of bad things on the internet, and there's a lot of good things on the internet, but that is a waste of internet space.
It's a long article.
There
Like
you go.
whatever that server is, they're paying way too much
There
for it.
you go. Yeah. But fortunately, last week, we declared a champion.
Oh yeah, the candy bar shootout.
We declared a champion.
Finally,
And we have a winner.
my doctor's concerned about my blood sugar now.
Trying to get that policy right.
Yeah.
We do. We got a winner of the Simms. What's this thing called? Freestone Sling Pack, right?
That is correct. That is correct.
Pulled
I
that
just
out of
read
my
the
pocket.
tag. Just,
$139.99 value.
it's a great,
I don't
great
remember.
value.
If you're listening, IRS,
That's right. That's right.
Right off.
That's right.
Dale's been working on
you got to
that.
claim it, folks. If you win it, you got to claim it.
That's right.
Yeah, sorry guys, I've
Absolutely.
been in QuickBooks for the last week.
That's
So
right.
our winner is Cody Jackson.
Cody, come on
Subscriber.
down.
So Cody, you need to reach out to us. We don't have your mailing address to be able to ship this to you. So hopefully you hear this and reach out to us.
That's
if
right.
not, we'll mention it next year and see if you can reach out to us.
All right.
So-
Or you can come by the shop.
or come by the shop. That's it.
That's right.
Somehow get a hold of us and we'll get it shipped to you. Fun
Or-
stuff. So
or-
congratulations to
Hopefully
Cody.
you're
Cody-
in the,
Cody Jackson.
Hopefully you're in the United States.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. Like, man,
Name like Cody Jackson, but of course he could be
dude,
military.
what if Guido would have won?
We'd send it to Guido. Woo. Guido. We hadn't heard from Guido.
Pay for customs. I think I follow him on Instagram.
Okay. Just hope Guido's doing good.
Yep. So year in review. That's kind of what we were going to talk about. Holidays and year in review and all the fun stuff and how we appreciate everybody. And
Well,
can't say that enough. How we
on
appreciate
January 15th, we spent $15.30 on parking at the National Mall.
That's right. We took
There we go.
Shannon, all of us went to
I've been
DC.
doing year. I've been doing year in review.
He's got
for
a
the-
date.
So
was
that's
it?
yeah.
Was it?
Dale can tell us everything
Wow.
we did this
You
year.
know, that day also wasn't it? It was extremely mild too.
It was nice.
It was mild. That's
So
right.
that's the. I mean, in the interview about the things we like about the job, the things we hate, I said one of
Yeah.
the things I hate was QuickBooks.
Yeah.
And just having to do the accounting piece of the job. But it is kind of cool that you get to go like relive the year
Mm-hmm.
financially, so to speak, through transactions in QuickBooks.
Yeah.
So that has been fun, and
Yeah.
it's kind of like, oh, that was pre-COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were just kind of talking about it in these other countries. They're kind of watching a
Yeah,
little
but
bit.
we were making fun of it at the show. I remember like, yeah, there's to get some Coronas out here, and
Yeah, it was.
you know, and we, you know,
Yeah.
I do remember distinctly remember some
barbecue?
people. Oh, well, yeah, Smithfields. I do.
Mm-hmm.
It's just lunch. But I do. That's what Bobby's dad told me one time. It's just lunch.
Just lunch.
But people not wanting to shake hands even then.
Yeah.
I mean,
We had the hand sanitizer out there, didn't we?
we did.
We did. We had this. we
Yeah.
had the
So that
sanitizer.
was
I
that
think
was
we were worried about the flu more than anything.
yeah.
I was. don't
Yeah, I
wanna
think
get the
I think
flu.
we were way more worried about flu than that. But
And it was so warm up there. I mean, it was extremely mild.
I guess any fly show promoters that are listening to this are probably not liking this portion right now. But yeah, year in review.
Yeah.
Back to that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Life pre-COVID. I mean,
Yeah.
fly shows.
Yeah.
Ain't happening.
There's I think Georgia's still happening.
We'll see what the governor does.
I think they're at 20% capacity. So if then the Gwinnett Center, if that thing holds 50,000 people, then for fly fishing they will have no problem staying under.
Well, you got to take into consideration the amount of vendors in there as well. So
They'll have,
it may happen.
they'll
We'll-
have
we'll
500
see.
people
We'll
just
see.
through the vendors. But
Yeah.
if that place holds 50,000,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's only 1%.
But with that being said, now how many manufacturers and vendors are going to be willing to take that risk to go now?
the travel. Yeah,
You know,
I'd
does
say-
it kind of change that just a
Yeah.
little bit too? And but no, it's the year has been interesting, and in some ways we look back and we catch ourselves in the shop saying, "I can't believe it's December," or "We can't believe it's
gosh,
so and so."
it feels like forever ago.
Does it kind of feel that way because we lost some time in there? But me and Tanya was talking about this weekend. I know for us, and it kind of excluding shop here a little bit, but you know, it's in a lot of ways it's been a good year too. I think for some people it's probably turned out to be a good year, and some it's not been so great, and we understand that. But you know, the adventure and things like that, and you know, the travel and
Well, tough times always bring you closer together. Too.
yeah, that's a part of it. You know, family
You
connections.
have to hunker down a
Mhm.
little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. That's right.
It always does.
Yeah.
You look back at it and go, "Man, that was a big deal at the time, but it was good
Right.
for us in a way."
Right. Right.
It's always tough, but
Sure.
yeah,
I mean, I think the timing for us when we jumped out here not knowing what we were doing, just enough to get out there and be dangerous. And like, is this thing actually going up? You know, the first podcast that went out, did it go up? What did it sound like? What do we need to do?
oh, that's right. Yeah,
You know, the
'Cause we started the
timing
podcast this
just
year.
started, but you look at it, it was really a tool for the company.
Yeah,
To communicate with people when things were kind of shut down, and we're able to relay via the Facebook Live event, hey, this is what Tuckasegee Fly Shop's doing. This is why we're doing it. That was viable, of course, and
yep.
here we are, months later.
Yeah.
Months later.
Still doing a podcast.
Still got our health.
Man, I drank a lot of bourbon in April. A lot.
Yeah, well, the kegerator
count
got
the
missing
bottles?
too.
Oh, the kegerator.
the
too.
kegerator got
Do you
missing.
even use that thing anymore?
I hadn't used it in a while, but
Got to have a keg.
I think we had that cold snap and it got down to like 18 or 19.
Yeah.
I think it froze up.
Yeah.
And it's not cold anymore. So I unplugged it and
Oh.
I'll plug it in and see what's going. But
I
yeah,
gotcha.
I actually been thinking about getting it. I was drinking like 4 a day though. Like I do yard work. You
Yeah.
know, here comes some beer out of the tap.
It's like Cub Cadet, baby.
I see my neighbor down there. Ed, come up here, man. So the neighbor comes up. It was dangerous. I had to
Yeah, kind of
cut it off there, but it was fun.
the memory.
Bill's year in review about alcohol.
Yes.
Hey, did you know in South Carolina, Shannon was telling me, they don't sell liquor after 7 p.m.?
Yeah, they still got blue laws.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
And Sunday, I think it's like, I don't think they can sell it on Sunday.
Do you remember?
I know it's not before 10 a.m.
But
No,
they can
because
sell
we-
wine after 7 o'clock, you said.
Yes, so they were still open till like 10 or so.
Same
but-
store.
Yeah, so when we went in this particular store, they had the same foyer, but yet the store was divided by glass and a door. So this side was, you know, you have all your wine and other stuff over here, and then of course you have your bourbon and whiskeys and stuff on this side. Then the lady says, I got to go there next. She goes, oh no, they close in 10 minutes. They close at 7. I'm like, oh.
That's discrimination.
I'm like, what time you come? What time you open? 9 in the morning. I said, okay. So we were trying to get some stuff there that.
You say you wanted to buy enough to get you through the morning.
No, we were actually getting stuff for my wife's office
Yeah.
there. Don't tell where they were. We were actually, there was a shopping list. It was not
Yeah.
our list, but we were picking
Yeah.
up.
Well.
I've never bought so much alcohol in my life, but they had it.
Sure, Shannon. You were in the Navy. Whatever.
Glad I didn't have an appointment the next day.
You live where they,
Hey, what happened to Navy? Army-Navy game, man. God, they
Um,
laid a goose egg, dude.
yeah, they did.
Space
That's
Force.
football. That's
Space
football.
Force guy.
Hey, I'll
Yeah.
say this.
Yeah.
Army's uniforms were cooler.
They
They
always
may,
are,
they may,
aren't
they may have been.
They were.
No, they ain't always cooler. No, they have the past, gosh, about 5 years.
In an
They've
army.
done
Chop you in
a,
the throat. You come at me like that.
they've done a themed,
Yeah.
the helmets.
Yeah, this year it was
things-
supposed to be white caps on the ocean. Or
It
something.
was, yeah. It's been really neat. And the Army uniforms have looked nice as well. And
Those were
again,
cool.
They were,
They were kind of cool.
and it adds a different element to the game.
The,
Maybe it's enough to get the people to watch the military academies play
Yeah.
and maybe educate them a little bit on patriotism and how to do things the right way.
You know, see stuff in that game that you don't see, even professionals or anything. Like I noticed one running back. I think it was for Navy. He ran out of bounds with the ball, got tackled as he was going out of bounds, lost the ball within the crowd of Army players. And one of the Army players was getting the ball, and the Navy player stood there, got the ball from the Army player, and walked it over to the ref. And it's like stuff like that that you just notice different than other games. Because it's just like that respect is there.
Oh, absolutely.
Obviously, that's been hammered home.
Sure.
For who knows how many years they've been on the team or whatnot.
Absolutely.
Or in the academy. So,
and every one of them is willing to lay their life down for the next guy beside them.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
us.
It's got something.
That's it.
It's kind of cool to watch it.
Oh, yeah.
Even though they're not ever the greatest football teams ever.
They used to be. The Four Horse. Man, I'm telling you, that was the place, man.
I was glad to see the president still went out there for the coin toss, even with really nobody there.
That place was pretty dang full.
Was it?
It was all cadets.
Right.
So
it had quite a bit of people there.
Little side story.
I think every president should go out there for that coin toss.
Absolutely. I do too. Little side story. One of the young men who is a cadet up there, I coached on our showcase baseball team.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so he's a sophomore.
That's cool.
So he was there, and I seen the photos of him in his.
Is he going to stay?
I'm sorry.
Is he going to stay? Because they're freshman and sophomore. That's the problem with those programs.
Is he on the team or is he just at the academy?
He's at the academy, but I did see some pictures of him in uniform, so I don't have to have a JV type team. But yeah, he was. Yeah.
So I had a friend go to one of these military schools for football, and your freshman and sophomore years, you don't have to commit to any service after.
Really?
Yeah.
So
they have a lot of freshmen and sophomores, and they transfer out.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So it's rare to get the guy that is a senior on one of these military.
I didn't know that.
Schools.
Well, he wanted to go.
They may have changed that since my friend played.
Yeah. No, he wanted to go. I mean, that was his goal. So so that was nice to see that there, and there he was, even though he was on the Army side.
You could be a baller, but you ain't going to the NFL when you graduate.
Yeah.
Well, Trump changed that.
Did he?
Yep. If you were drafted, he changed that last year.
That's right. I think I do remember
That's right.
that. Because that was a big problem. Is if they had any talent, they were going to go to a school that they weren't going to have to do service so they could be drafted.
And if you look, even with basketball, like David Robinson.
Right.
You know, the Admiral. Fact about football, that the only two Heisman-winning quarterbacks that played against each other in the NFL was Roger Staubach and Jim Plunkett.
Cite your source.
The game.
What game?
The Monday night game.
I know. I was
the
watching
Cleveland
it too.
Browns.
That's a crazy stat.
But that blew my mind that it was the only time he had two Heisman-winning quarterbacks that played each other.
I don't believe it.
I mean,
what if they were on opposing teams, but one didn't play? One didn't take a snap. You can't necessarily, they played against each other.
I just don't buy that stat.
I don't know, man. They've got, some people know this. Some nerds out there.
I don't know how you prove it wrong. There's a lot of.
That's a lot of.
I mean, I guess you just go find all the quarterbacks that were Heisman winners and say when did they play and.
What's Arizona's quarterback? What's his name?
Murray.
Yeah,
that's why they were saying.
Did he win it?
Yeah, last night was the second time.
He didn't play last night. That was Lamar Jackson and.
No, Baker Mayfield won.
Baker Mayfield, right?
And Lamar Jackson both had won.
But has Kyler Murray and Baker Mayfield and Lamar Jackson not played each other
last night?
I don't know.
I mean,
not on Monday night. Monday night.
Oh,
it's Monday night.
Oh, just on Monday night.
Monday
football?
night football.
Oh, who cares?
Well, anyway,
that's a really.
It's because one of them was a Cowboy. Is why this is a discussion right now.
Back when they were the Cowboys.
That's the positive news he's got for this.
Back when it was the Cowboys. That's right.
Now I know why we're talking about this.
But anyway, I mean, it's
possible. Yeah. They had Mayfield and
that's what I'm
Lamar
saying.
Jackson would have had to play each other.
That's what I'm saying. And Kyler Murray's played somebody.
Yeah.
Like.
But anyway, nonetheless, we're beyond that, so it's cool.
What a game! Though,
it was
man.
I want to say a
That's
great
one
game, but it was a
ages.
good game. It was. I think the Browns are back. I think they found their head coach. Hard running.
Yeah,
hard
blue collar football is what I call it.
That division, and you throw the Titans in there, and the Colts. What about the Colts? What about we got to give credit to Bobby's team over there, the football team.
Football team.
The football team.
Washington Redskins.
The football team.
They're pulling it off, aren't they?
A lot of people waking
Defense wins championships because that's what won it this week.
Joey Chase, man, Chase Young, my gosh.
2 defensive touchdowns is
he kind of like
him over the hump.
He's kind of Julius Peppers-esque. for
pretty
sure.
good.
He's got some moves there for sure, but yeah, no doubt.
He didn't seem too happy when they had to go back out on the field for the last play. Did you see that?
No.
They intentionally punted like with 7 seconds to
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
And you could tell he was like, why didn't we do better with clock management so we don't have to go back out here for one more snap?
There you go. Man,
But yeah, hey, they won.
that's it.
They're going to go to the playoffs and with that losing record.
Breaking news
Okay. What you got?
from Ellen Quintro Fly Fishing.
Okay.
Friends down south, Big Sky Anglers and all that.
Yep.
On their blog, they just, can you enter Argentina? First point, no.
Breaking news.
That's it.
We need
Well,
that little.
I do need. That's one of the things I want to get is like the news
Yeah.
desk sound
Like the-
for 2021.
That is sad though.
Yeah.
No Patagonia season.
Yeah, that
wow.
sucks
There
for them,
winter.
man.
I mean, that's huge. So
Absolutely.
those people really depend on that income.
Not only for the fishing side of things, but the hunting side of
Every
things
bit
as
of it,
well.
man.
That's those folks down there rely upon the tourists to come in
Yep.
for that. And you know, we were fortunate enough to continue our destination trips this past year, and those were fun. And we got that little video out there on YouTube that you should check out. But that was another good time this year that we had.
Yeah. Good stuff, man.
It was all good stuff, man.
So what I want is recommendations from folks out there if they want to. They don't have to, but
Okay.
comment on YouTube or Facebook or wherever and tell us what you'd like to hear or see through 2021, like with the podcast.
Sure.
Like, is there something that y'all think is cool that we should do,
Right.
or some topics, or even if you're like, hey, I'd love to hear an interview with this person, is there possible y'all could get them on? Obviously, we can't promise anything, especially with the whole COVID thing. You know, the first part of the year might be difficult to even have interviews. But all that good stuff. So if
Yep.
anybody wants to make recommendations, because we're in a learning curve, you know, we're just doing the podcast for fun, and hopefully it's getting better and better. You know, Shannon's outfits are at least. So, you know.
Yes.
But yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Shannon's sound effects. What sound effects do you want? There you go.
That wasn't
Shannon's
me.
favorite.
That's it. It's like a signature. It's like a thumbprint on every one of them.
Oh,
It's a thumbprint,
that
Dale.
might be the wrong use of words. but-
Well, I didn't know Dale had that kind of talent. He's like on demand, you know.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
on.
He's
Dale's
got
on.
Stacy.
Oh
got talent.
mercy.
My water bottle. It's in the camera.
Oh man, but it is, if you kind of look at the analytics on these and you see what the engagements are, it is important to make sure that we are kind of throwing the right stuff out there, keeping them informative, keeping them light, staying true to who we are. What you see is with us is what you get when you walk in the shop. And hearing from you folks again today, I think I had 3 phone calls that people mentioned the podcast, and then a couple with the little one in here today. Or, you know, our military personnel serving our country that's
Yeah.
up here fishing brought up the podcast. So it's definitely grown exponentially more than I thought it would be, and that's thanks to you, the listeners, of course. So thank you, big thank you to you folks.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Shannon, we did that last week on the podcast. We had the water stuff up. We broke that into a separate video, so it's on YouTube now. So if you just want to see the water data portion on how to gauge the tuck and Nantahala and all that good stuff, our area, or any other area, because some of that focuses on other rivers that we don't technically fish.
I'll put that up on the Streamflow site too.
That's a great video to kind of go, wow, I didn't realize there was this much data there. It's just figuring out where to go and how to find it and kind of how to interpret it. So it's not the super shortest video. I think it's like 25
It's
minutes.
20-some minutes.
But it's great intel. We've gotten a ton of responses of people
We
saying,
have.
thank you so much for putting that
Yes.
up and stuff like that. So hopefully that helps y'all if y'all go check that out and look at it.
Well, it is scary.
Next time you go to the bathroom,
Yeah.
A thumbprint. No,
Especially
it really.
on Christmas when you're trying to get away from
Yeah.
all the craziness. And you're like, oh, I'm going to go to the bathroom.
It is a lot of information, but you.
Cleveland Browns are going to the Super Bowl. I'm going to watch this YouTube video.
I mean, yeah, I got you.
They
That's
really
right.
might. I mean,
This could be that year, man. They it looked
The Browns and the football team
man. Oh,
in
jeez.
the Super Bowl.
nah, I'm going to tell you right now, Ravens going to win it.
Is that who you're pulling for?
No, I'm not pulling for them. No, I'm a disgruntled
This is a great
Panthers
topic.
fan.
This is a great topic.
I'm a disgruntled Panthers fan. We've got a depressed Cowboys fan, and we've got an overachieving
Football
former
team.
formerly known as Redskins fan.
Because everybody got woke this year.
I've never seen I've never seen a program be so excited to still have a losing record.
It's pretty bad.
6 and 7.
They
right.
beat an undefeated team.
Yeah.
That's like historic for Skins in the last 30 years.
Well, and now all of a sudden, like, the Steelers are like collapsing. Like
Yeah.
They can't run the ball.
they're
That's their
saying they're
problem.
not
Yeah.
even going to win a playoff game.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't
Playoffs?
run the ball.
Playoffs?
I mean, we're talking playoffs.
Playoffs? Are you kidding me? Playoffs?
So what is
Yeah.
the picks? Dale just said, who'd you say?
I think the Ravens will win it. They're playing hungry football.
But who's the NFC team?
The Saints did not look
Who
good.
are they playing against?
I know Breeze was not there, but the Saints did not look
Yeah, they
good.
look pretty rough too.
They looked pretty rough.
Not Tampa Bay. Who was it I thought it'd be?
You know who is Jekyll and Hyde this year are the Rams. At
Yeah.
times, the
Oh, I
Rams
think the
look
Colts.
unbeatable.
The Colts are AFC, but they're going to
Yeah.
be tough too. They're
Yeah.
pretty salty.
I
But
think
if
the
you-
Packers will win the
Oh,
NFC.
yeah.
And-
Packers have got the NFC.
No,
They get their
The
number one
road's
seed right
going
now.
through Green Bay now, I have a feeling.
that will change.
You think it
You
will?
wait, something will happen.
Oh.
You wait,
According to who?
it will happen.
Green Bay's got it all. Good defense.
No.
Not great.
No.
But good
The
defense.
Falcons
They
going
can
to beat
run the
them.
ball. They can throw the ball.
Something will happen to the Packers. You wait and see. And then they'll say all the relationship between
Again,
Rodgers and LaFleur is not that good.
this sounds like a depressed Cowboys fan
No, I'm just
talking.
saying it is what it is. You wait and see if something doesn't happen and they
I
don't
bet
make
Jerry says that every year.
it. No, Jerry, who came out and said that Ezekiel Elliott was the best running back in the history of the Cowboys, was a freaking joke. That is a slap in the face of Emmitt Smith and Tony Dorsett. That was awful.
So I think
Yeah.
this is my prediction.
Yeah.
I think it's going back to the beginning, man. It's Packers and Chiefs. I think that's who's going to make it.
Could be.
I think that would be
Yeah.
awesome.
I don't
number
know.
One.
I think
But
the Chiefs
that's
are.
who it is.
I think the Chiefs are. They're vulnerable at times.
They are, but
Yeah.
they've got this like comeback mentality.
Oh,
They
yeah.
can be down 21 points and somehow pull it out.
Yeah.
Like they just do it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I'm saying Packers and Chiefs.
Yeah.
Dale's got Ravens and
I guess the Packers. I can't think of a. I mean, it's not. Did you see Bruce Arians?
Which time?
His press conference this weekend.
Which
He was
time?
like, he was like, yeah, we know who the hell we are. We're a winning football team.
Yeah, that's Bruce.
And it's like, no, you didn't complete any passes over 20 yards. You ran the ball 5 times.
well, they know who they are.
Your defense scored twice. And it's like, I don't know. But then you got the Eagles.
Mhm.
They started Jalen Hurts. And as of Monday morning, Peterson did not know who the starter was going to be
Yeah.
after they just beat the Saints.
No, I think they know who it is. now.
Well,
he made that.
I
yeah.
think he got an email.
Yeah. Yeah.
He finally read the memo.
From everybody in Philadelphia except for him.
He went outside and probably like saw the batteries in his windshield.
Yeah.
So Jalen Hurts, that could change that team
Oh, yeah.
tremendously.
Mhm.
Because that team was forcing turnovers.
They picked up their pace.
I mean, that's the thing. So,
Yeah,
and their
I know.
defense, man.
They picked up the pace.
Yeah.
So who you got, Shannon? AFC, NFC?
Nobody. I tell you,
Cowboys. All the
it
way.
ain't the Cowboys. Well, I don't know. There still may be mathematical.
There-
There's
they're in
mathematical
the-
hope, boys.
They're in there.
They're there.
Anybody in the NFC East right now could do it.
Are they letting
That's
people
the-
in the stadium?
Some places.
No, and
Yes. Yeah.
they're
Walt,
there for the Cowgirls. I
dude,
guarantee
man,
it.
that's what I'd be there for. My boy Walt's got season tickets.
Yeah.
I'd be there for the Cowgirls. That's right, man. Former SMU football player.
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
But
I mean, the Seahawks are in decent.
you
shape,
forget,
don't
but then they lose to the Giants.
they? Yeah, but
But I tell you, so you forget about those teams out there in the West Coast. But I like the
because
Bills.
they're going to be in a different country
I
by
know.
the time
Yeah,
I know.
February.
I know.
good.
I like, so in AFC, man, I think you can't forget about the Bills.
Oh, that's
you
right,
can't
the Bills.
you can't forget about the Colts. You can't forget about the Titans,
I think the
and
winner
you
is going to
can't
be
forget
an
about
AFC
the
team.
Browns.
Yeah, the AFC's
Okay.
strong this year.
I mean,
They
it is stacked,
Mm-hmm.
and you look at like the Panthers right now would maybe be in second place in their division if they were in the.
They probably would be
Skins
in
and
first
Cowboys.
place in their
I
division.
think they'd be first place in that.
They don't
division.
have 6 wins.
If they were playing in division, they would have had 6 wins.
Yeah. That's a
They
good way to
might
put-
they
that's a
might
good way to
almost
put
be
it, Shannon.
500. They might almost
point.
be 500.
But it's that's
But
what, and,
yeah, that's the point.
Then the Packers will turn around and lose to Minnesota or something.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They pull that goose egg and like, what the heck's happening? And Rodgers gets off on this mental kick and sits on the bench by himself, and he's just all mental.
Yeah.
And I think that's the vulnerability of the Packers. But with that being said,
you're big on the Raiders.
Those other teams, I think the Raiders are coming, man.
They're out of it this year.
They fired their defensive coordinator, but the
Shannon's
but
named
the,
every team in the league.
But the Raiders, no, I hadn't named the. But if you look at that,
what about the Dolphins?
The Dolphins are still have a chance to make the playoffs, but they took a hit. They took a hit.
They took about 80.
But if you look at this thing going forward, out of you look at the Bills and the Browns and the Titans, those teams like that can pound the football. That gives you that old. Remember when the NFC was winning every Super Bowl there and dominating?
Yeah.
They just pounded the ball, and there was a shift that went from the NFC to the AFC, and those teams right there remind me of some of those old NFC teams that just pounded the football, and that's
should have played a drinking game. How many times you say pounded in this podcast?
Pound it.
Let's talk about the best thing that happened this weekend.
What happened a year in review?
60. This is reviewing these football season. 62. That's all I'm going to say. Got laid on Miami. 500 yards, I think it was, in rushing.
Tar Heels.
Where was that all year?
Oh, and speaking of football, you don't change the Big Ten.
Yeah,
the Big Ten. No, you're going to change the rules so Ohio State can get in that game.
That is garbage.
That's garbage.
They want
That's
viewership. That's
garbage.
That
That's baloney. That tells me that you think Ohio State is the only team that can compete.
Yeah.
So why did all these other teams play 10-game seasons if they didn't need to?
Exactly. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So interesting. And then the shoe toss of the year, 20 yards.
That is unbelievable.
That was Oh my heavens, a 20-yard shoe toss, man. But got to give a shout out, man, to LSU. Definitely undermanned for sure, and a little bit of Western North Carolina with the quarterback there, Max Johnson, his dad growing up over there in the Black Mountain area, and going to one high school there. So there you go. He looked cool on the field, man.
So we got a lot of Clemson lovers and haters. Who's winning that game this weekend?
Depends on the defense for Clemson.
Notre Dame's going to play the real Clemson.
They played the real
backup quarterback.
Listen, they played the real Clemson on offense
because they had injuries in that linebacker core.
They still got injuries, and that's on defense. And that's if Clemson's defense plays up to what Clemson's defense has been in the past.
Where are they playing?
Charlotte. Yeah, but if not, then that could be a game.
They should have played that thing in Greensboro at the stadium there for Grimsley. ACC headquarters are in Greensboro. You can't let fans in. Might as well play in Greensboro. That'd be cool.
Yeah, but they're playing in Charlotte.
Play on some high school field.
Yeah,
somewhere.
Simeon Stadium in High Point.
Just go play. That's it. So we'll see.
I just played on a practice field. Hell.
Well, you got some teams opting out too. One of the teams in the Pac-12 opted out of the
bowls.
Yeah. Well, not only opted out of the bowl, the one opted out of the championship game.
Yeah,
that's big money for the schools they're turning down, though, right?
Yeah,
or does that money depend on admission?
I don't know.
I mean,
but they opted. But there's still TV.
Whether you win the bowl game or not, your school gets paid.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I know the conferences divide the money, so I don't know how.
I mean, it costs the program a ton of money to even have a program, much less travel.
Yeah, the travel is expensive, especially when you're traveling from East Coast to West Coast for a bowl game or something.
And that's important for the other athletic departments.
Yeah.
That brings in a lot of money for those other departments, such as women's basketball and baseball and softball and swimming and gymnastics. This is really going to affect those in a negative light for sure. But it's that time of year, man. Got 3 weeks left in the pro season, and you hit the playoffs, and then you get down to the others here for sure. So,
and it's something that's normal,
And this is stuff we talk about at the shop when clients come in. We do get off on these tangents for sure. It is important. It's yours, Dale.
Dale's over here stealing Christmas tree cakes from Shannon's Supply.
That's the last one.
Is it?
It is.
You can't take the last one.
No, you can have it.
$5.
Hey, I bought some of those Danish cookies, that come in the blue tin with the sugar.
Oh
on
yeah,
top.
kind of those like
They're out on the
buttery
RV.
type cookies. Yeah.
They're good.
They
man.
sitting in Bryson City.
They're sitting on the table down there.
Are they?
These things are so good.
Dale done got the them oatmeal cakes down there.
So,
Unwrap a smile.
let's go ahead. We're going to do a snack cake thing like we did with candy bar.
Oh,
but I'm going to go ahead and say the Christmas tree cake's the winner. But being it's a seasonal thing, it can't be in the.
It won't be here.
It won't be in the shootout,
Mm-hmm.
but it should be the winner.
But zebra cake is pretty much the same thing.
No, but that's better.
But this is better because of them sprinkles.
Some
That's
sprinkles. Some sprinkles.
And it just it appeals to the eye, man. It's
Yeah.
got that flair.
Yeah.
It gives you happiness just when you look at
There
it.
you go.
Oh.
Great stuff, man.
A little chemical reaction up here.
Is it really?
That's what it
Yeah.
I
is.
think that's what they say about
Yeah.
drug use.
Yeah,
I
it's
wouldn't
all
know.
mental.
What it is.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, like it triggers. That's how you get addicted to things. It like triggers a chemical reaction.
Gotcha.
Huh.
Mm.
It's medical.
How do you think people get addicted to fly fishing? Some kind of neuron thing going?
I don't know, but
Pretty good.
you heard this stat of reported cases of COVID. 0.000% of COVID cases can be traced back to fly fishing. Just say it.
No.
Cite your source.
Can we just go ahead and throw a disclaimer up there somewhere?
The Christmas tree cake just told me.
The
Christmas
Christmas
tree
tree cake.
cake.
Little Debbie. That'd be Little Debbie.
Christmas tree cake fairy.
That'd be Little Debbie. Yeah,
Little
man.
Debbie.
So with Christmas coming up, and we kind of talk
Yeah,
about kind of
what's-
traditions and stuff like that, and
Everybody likes Christmas traditions, right?
yeah,
I just like food.
it's kind of what it's about, isn't it?
It's just eat.
I mean, it's not about that, but
Back
that's
up.
why some people when you
Back that up.
you know,
roll.
well, wait, when you're a kid, you're looking at the gifts, right?
You're looking at gifts and maybe.
But as you
maybe
get
some
older,
food.
man, it's like man,
Christmas
it's
tree
about-
cakes.
It's
Christmas tree cakes.
it's about it kind of changes when you get that boyfriend or girlfriend thing going, depending on
I was about
what
to say,
you-
why'd you say boyfriend first?
no, just I'm correct. I am correct. I'm
We're
correct.
depressed Cowboys fan.
You're just like you get to go over to the other places, like what kind of gifts are we getting here, kind of thing. But as you mature, it's about the food. You start looking at the food and gathering with the family, and
Absolutely.
I know for us it'll be a little bit different this year. We won't have as many. We're cutting some things out there.
Yeah, I
but,
mean, there's a
That
lot
can
of
be a
different
good thing
stuff.
for some people.
It can be. Some people they can't handle this.
Well, you're
I
a lot to
understand.
handle, Shane.
That's right. So, but yeah, I think that'll be a little bit different this year. But
But this year, I actually read an article the other day about Christmas trees that
I was
the
just
Chris-
about to say that.
Huge.
Did you read that same article?
huge,
That people going and choosing and cutting their tree
Yes.
is way up.
massive.
Which that tells me that people are making different traditions. They're
Yes.
expanding, which is good.
Yeah,
To go see different stuff and,
yeah.
and experience things.
Yeah,
So,
Tanya was telling me that some of the clients that have the tree farms, I mean, they've been out for
Yeah,
very
They've
rapidly.
sold out before Thanksgiving.
that was just so many more people
Them trees
doing
are
that.
dead now too.
ours was up before Thanksgiving.
If you don't know how
I'm
to,
talking like 2 weeks before.
if you don't know how to take care of it, absolutely.
But they
you
weren't
can.
choosing cut places; they're selling to.
Yeah. So, yeah. So it does bring up a very, very good
Did you
point.
read why the price is going so high though?
I didn't read the whole thing. So, was
So
that
on
in
like
that article?
on like big trees, like
Mhm.
10-footers.
Yeah.
There's a huge price jump between
Oh, yeah.
the price per foot because back in the 08, 9, 10 recessions,
Right.
nobody was planting.
Yes.
So the supply of those taller trees is terrible. So you're going to pay $200 for like a 10
Plus.
10-foot tree.
Well, and then you take into the man hours and everything
Oh,
that goes into a tree
gosh.
farm. It's
I'll never do it again.
I don't think people
My hat's off to people who
understand
do it.
how intense that is.
I
That's
did that the
year-round.
first year we opened, the first Christmas after opening the shop. I did that in December. No, excuse me, November is when you do it. I counted. You handle a tree 5 times before it gets put on a tractor trailer to go to a tree stand or grocery store or whatever. 5 times. That's crazy.
Wow.
And Julio over there only drank 1 Pepsi the whole day. I'm over here sucking water down. Water. What?
It's because you hadn't grown that longer leg yet, man.
That's a,
That's what they say when you.
Whoa.
Slow your roll there, Redskin fan.
You never heard that you got to have a longer leg to walk on the mountain?
Oh.
Oh,
You got to have one leg longer than
Like
the
a
other, man.
kickstand or something, man.
That's it. That's not a kickstand. That's you that just said that. Kickstand and tripod.
Oh, tripod. There you
That's what
go.
we're going to call Dale.
Oh, tripod. A tripod. Oh, man.
Dale
you ever feel
Tripod
like you just got
Collins.
kicked in the balls?
No, boy, he had to go off the field the other day, man. Somebody
Oh.
done whacked him in the game.
Did you see the Wisconsin guy?
He wouldn't have got.
He peed over there on the sideline.
No, really?
Oh,
He
yeah.
Run into the.
No, he just he scored his touchdown, then ran over there behind the bench and just peed.
There ain't nobody in the stands
Ain't
except
nobody in the
cardboard cutouts.
Oh my gosh,
So,
man.
yeah.
I did not. See
Somebody
that.
might have dared him.
Yeah, who knows?
So yeah, apparently my leg's not long enough to work on a Christmas tree farm.
Gotta have one leg longer.
Oh,
But just needed a Pepsi apparently.
Pepsi.
I wish I had that longer leg the other day when I fell. I told you about that when I was working on down below my house. And I
Yeah.
fell. I
Oh
hurt my
yeah.
hand.
No, that's
My
right. Yeah,
finger is
that's right.
still killing me, man.
That's right.
What happened?
I
didn't
was,
tell
I
me.
was down there finishing my
Fell.
gutter pipes finally.
Yeah.
I still got to dig them in, but I was finishing extending them out. And man, those leaves are slick, dude.
Oh yeah.
And I was carrying everything. I had a saw, a drill,
Mm-hmm.
pack of screws,
Yeah.
an old piece of gutter pipe,
Yeah.
and feet just went, and I
Yeah.
landed like that, dude. And it I don't know what it did to my fingers. At least they didn't
Yeah.
swell too much, but dang, it hurts.
Man, you
I
know
fell.
what?
I did that hunting.
Yeah.
Come down the trail.
Man.
It was the other night when it snowed
Yeah.
a little bit. I knew it was slick underneath the leaves. I'm
Yeah.
taking but I gotta go. I gotta walk down this mountain.
Right.
It's an old road bed.
Mhm.
And you can see where the deer even been sliding. So I'm like, all right, if the deer slide, I know this is slick. Don't fall. Right. Where does Dale fall? Right in front of the dang camera. I
That's
think
awesome.
I hadn't checked it yet,
Is
but
it worth some money?
I think there's a picture of Dale
We didn't see that.
falling.
We need to
on
find
camera.
that. We can
So,
put that up there, man. That's
That'd
awesome.
be awesome.
Yep.
Where's
Dude,
the-
I wish I'd have seen you fall. That'd been hilarious. Watching people fall
It
can be
is.
the funniest stuff as long as they're okay.
Well, I mean, it's not my own fault. I knew the leaves were slick, and I was wearing my Simms sandals
Of
on
course.
about a 30-degree slope.
Of course you were.
but they were multi.
Was that the same ones you walked 16 miles on Slough Creek with?
No, those weren't sandals.
Okay.
Yeah. Man, amazing.
It's fun stuff.
Man, it's fun stuff.
Complained about his feet hurting after 8 miles on Slough Creek, but said it wasn't because of the.
Oh,
No,
okay.
my feet didn't bother me.
Okay.
Was your thighs?
It was my hip right
Yeah.
here. My hip flexion.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
My
Yeah.
hip flexion.
You've had
was
trouble
killing
with
me.
that thing.
It was hurting.
That softball game, you couldn't even walk.
No, that was the piriformis. You had that too.
Yeah.
When you first moved up here.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh. You know, the thing about this year, there's a lot of fake news.
Disinformation is what they're calling it now.
We heard a lot of fake news this year.
Yeah.
A lot of fake news.
Okay.
Or are you telling me fake news right now?
No, I'm
Are
saying
you
there's a
telling me fake news about the fake news?
No, I mean, there was-
is
that was like- that was-
disinformation about the information that
no,
was
there was a lot
disinformation.
of fake news in 2020. I mean, it was all about. It got really bad, man. It was all fake news, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what to believe anymore.
I don't either.
Well, yeah, I'm finding Sports Center way more entertaining now than
Shannon going to pee somewhere?
Where's the cardboard cutout?
Shannon just walked away, folks.
He's going
To a
change into
changing room.
Santa Claus outfit.
What in the world?
Is he got alcohol for us or something?
Can you squat in that suit? Or are you going to rip
I'm
it?
about to hear that thing right now.
Fat guy in a little coat.
Just, oh, look at this. Some fake news. I've been good.
Fake news, I've been good.
It's all fake news, man. It's all fake. It's all fake news.
Man, he
What
got
is
pranked.
that?
Now I feel bad. I didn't bring you anything.
It's called a paycheck every week and they count.
I missed this memo, man.
Fake news. I like how you segued into
It's
this.
fake news, man. That's right.
Let's see what we got.
Yeah. No, it's called a direct deposit every week.
Oh, look at this. Some whistle pig.
That's mighty nice there, Shannon.
Man, I was 30 years old when this was made.
Shannon, that's awesome, man.
There you go.
That is,
There you
dude.
go.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Thank
There
you
go.
so much. Some whistle pig.
Dang right.
Kind of fits in the podcast is.
Right
so.
whiskey, right whiskey.
I'm going to try this in my Montana Mule tonight.
There you
that
go.
I make at
Well,
the
cool.
house.
There you go. Nice.
Thank you,
So
dude.
yeah, man.
That's
so
awesome.
was trying to find something down there that would.
Call that a hot top mule.
There you go. Cool, man.
I
There you
taught
go.
Mule. That's right.
There you go. It was
That
all
is
fake.
awesome,
all
man.
fake news, man. I've been good. It was good. It was a good.
What made you pick Whistle Pig?
Because Dale kept saying whistle pig during the podcast. That's all I could
Dude, it's good stuff.
But I mean, if you go, it is interesting when you go to state and how the laws are and what you can find in each state.
Yeah.
And when we was in South Carolina, Cooper, I crossed the line. When you look at what you can find, it is a significant difference of things. So I'm trying to look. What I observed, there was a lot of bourbon from places other than Kentucky.
Yeah.
There was a lot
And
of
it ain't
other
bourbon.
selections out there that
Can I open this now?
you can do what you want to,
So
but
the bourbon thing.
Mhm.
What in Kentucky makes it bourbon that doesn't make it bourbon if it's outside Kentucky?
so if you
Does
listen,
anybody know this?
so if you listen to them, it has to do with obviously where they're at has to do with the weather, the humidity, those things
That's what I
all
say about
factor into the bourbon as it comes out of Kentucky. That everything just works there geographically
Yeah.
for them to have that. Not saying obviously we know there's Yellowstone bourbon. You've got the Driftless Glen. There's bourbon out of Virginia.
Go
I
for
mean
it,
there's
Drake. Glen,
I mean there's
man.
all
That
kinds
stuff's
of stuff there.
Gotta open it up a little.
But it's the Kentuckians. I guess I'm saying that correctly. That
Yeah.
they will claim, and if you listen to them,
Kentuckionians.
they say it's the culmination of how all the weather
Yeah.
comes together right there. And then they compare it to, I guess, like the Scotch over.
That's what I'm saying. That's what they
So
say
for
about
them,
Scotch
the
is-
weather, so along those same lines right there. And if you look at how it's stored in the warehouse, the humidities and things like that.
Oh, you didn't get the plop. You got the squeak out of the cork.
It's Whistle Pig.
It whistled. It did what it was supposed to, as advertised.
Terry's working out again.
You were just gonna swig it out of the bottle?
I might share this.
Oh, man. That's
It's
pretty.
alcohol.
Oh, Lord.
Thank you,
I'm
Shannon.
pretty
Yeah,
sure
man.
this stuff kills
Absolutely.
COVID.
There you go. Well, so far, nobody here's knock
Cheers to
on-
Shan Dog.
There you go, guys. Good.
Dale's gonna try it. I gotta try it.
We gotta wrap this up. I think Stacy's done called dinner in.
Yeah, I know. We are mentioning it. We are mentioning it. It's a good way
This
to.
stuff's made in Vermont.
I don't care
That's
where
why it
it's made.
says rye whiskey.
Made in Vermont.
There you go.
Mm.
There you go.
Oh, I heard a little.
There you go. Well, cool.
Sounds like you're burnt.
There we go. Just like that. Absolutely. But I am looking forward to hearing from the folks out there with some of the stuff they're looking for as we continue to grow this and take it to the next
Yeah.
level. Because it has been trial by fire with the technology, things like that. And we want to continue to improve it and grow that experience for you folks. Obviously, y'all are liking it or we wouldn't be doing it. And the comments and stuff have been fantastic. We appreciate the phone calls. That when you walk in like today and the people say, hey,
Yeah.
that's nice. I mean, it gives us, a great warm and fuzzy feeling that we know we're having a positive impact. That's
right.
what it's about. We're
That's
not
right.
here to bash nobody. We like to have fun, and that's who we are. If you see us in a restaurant, we are who we are.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, does Tanya want these bags back? She reuse these bags.
You guys use them.
All right.
Use them.
Fake news.
Say fake news.
Dale's gonna have that.
I know
everywhere
it's
now.
going to be everywhere. Maybe that's what we should have decorated the front window with.
I'm surprised. You should have got you guys some for Christmas.
Yeah.
It's empty.
Ooh, there you go.
That's actually brilliant.
Do you have to do like any of those gifts like that for the family? There you go. All right. Well, cool.
So real quick, I just want to update you because I looked at this the other day and I want to
All right.
go double check it.
Mhm.
We are now being listened to in 20 countries.
There we go. Thank you, folks.
That's pretty cool.
200 to go.
So Merry Christmas all around the world.
Thank you.
Feliz
to
Navidad.
everybody. And Happy New Year. I know it's a weird one, but Happy New Year anyways.
Mhm. Absolutely.
Can't wait for
2021 be
21.
great.
It's coming quick.
I hope it's not the wicked stepsister of 2020.
Oh, no. Just pour water on.
Is there anything like in movies or any predictions where 2021 is supposed to be like?
Man, do you remember though how awesome 2020 was supposed to be? It's like, oh, it's 2020.
Where's my Top Gun?
Yeah.
Where's my
it was
Top
like,
Gun,
it's
man?
I remember New Year's 2020. It's like, oh, it's 2020. It's gonna be a great year.
Yeah.
It's the worst ever.
Yeah. That's good.
Sort of.
For some and some, but not. I mean,
Just
it's different way
depends.
how you look at it, right? How
Glass
full,
is
half
half
empty.
full, you're half empty.
That's right.
It, yeah. Oh well. Well, thanks everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, y'all.
Absolutely. Appreciate
Thank you
it.
for everything through the year. All the customers and clients and
Especially when we was
well
closed.
wishers and especially when we
You
were
know,
closed.
Those online orders were important.
That was huge.
It means a lot, everything that
huge.
y'all do for us.
Mhm.
So we really, really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, good deal.
Cool.
All right. I think
Cue
we're
the music.
I'm going to cue the music. Goodbye, everybody. Folks, that wraps up another exciting and informative episode of the Tuckcast with a Splash of Bourbon presented by Tuckasegee Fly Shop. Remember, Tuckasegee Fly Shops has locations in Bryson City and Sylva, North Carolina. Be sure to follow the crew on Facebook at Tuckasegee Fly Shop, Instagram at Tuck Fly Shop, and YouTube at Tuckasegee Fly Shop for the latest information and instructional videos. Be sure to visit tuckflyshop.com for all things fly fishing in Western North Carolina and beyond. Remember, the online store is always open. If you have a question or comment, feel free to send them at info@tuckflyshop.com or just give us a call, 1-828-488-3333. For Coach Dell Diesel Collins, Bobby, the Bearded Wonder Bennett, I'm Shannon Big Mess Messer. You folks take care, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Catch a few fish out there, won't you?
Goodbye, everybody.